Good afternoon, class. In this video, I will teach you how to answer questions under moment. So the question behind me goes as follows. A uniform plank of length 10 centimeters is in equilibrium as shown in the figure below. What is the weight of the plank? What is the weight of the plank? So for us to find this weight of the plank, what we are supposed to do first is to identify the center of gravity. And the center of gravity, this is the point where all the forces seems to act. So in this uniform plank, which has a length of 10 centimeters, the point where we expect to have the center of gravity on this uniform plank is at 5. So at 5, that's where the center of gravity is acting. So that's the point where this weight of the uniform plank is acting. And this point is going to be 5 centimeters. Let me just create space. So now, upon identifying the center of gravity, we have to label the distance to both sides. So the distance from 100 newtons to the pivot is going to be G1, which is 3 centimeters. Then this one is going to be our F1. Then from pivot to weight, we are going to have another distance. And this one is going to be G2, which is the difference between 3 and 5. And this difference is 2 centimeters. 2 centimeters. So since here we are using F1, we should also introduce force this side. So we are going to write F1 is equal to weight, which is equal to question mark. So upon labeling the diagram with all the information that is required, we have to apply now the principle of moment. And this principle of moment, it states that the summation of the clockwise moment should be equal to the summation of counterclockwise moment. So in other words, if we find the moment on this side, it should be equal to the moment on that side. So counterclockwise moment is equal to clockwise moment. So moment 1 is equal to moment 2. But moment is defined as the product of force and its perpendicular distance. So we have to plug in where there is M with the product of force and its perpendicular distance. So force 1 times G1 is equal to force 2 times G2. So at this stage, we have applied the principle of moment. Now we have to make G2, we have to make, F2 subject of the equation. This is F2. So we have to make F2 subject of the equation because it's what we are looking for. In this question, they want us to find the weight of the plank. So we are looking for F2. So in the formula for the principle of moment, we have to make F2 subject of the equation by dividing both sides with the G2, G2. So this will cancel. F2 equal to force 1 times G1 over G2. So upon making F2 subject of the equation, now you have to you have to plug in where there is F1 with 100 newtons times G1 with the 3 centimeters over G2 with the 2 centimeters. So remember, moment is calculated in Newton meter, but here we have centimeters. So since centimeters, they will cancel each other. That's why I've replaced direct without converting. But in the actual sense, when you're asked to find the moment, you have to make sure that your distance should be in centimeters. I mean in meters, not in centimeters. So force 2 equal to centimeter cancels. So 100 times 3, it's 300 newtons over 2. So force 2 equal to 2 into 300, it's 150 newtons. Therefore, weight of the plank equal to 150 newtons. If there are questions, you are free to ask. That's how you should find the weight of the plank. The same concept you can apply if they ask you to find the weight of the meter rule. So weight of the meter rule has its center of gravity at 50 centimeters. Thank you.